must again, right?
Yes.
So, Harry, I'm dying to know why the drastic changes to your hair.
I try to hide my hair, but of course I can't. I wanted a change.
Any particular reason?
I sigh. I feel myself blush.
Harry?
I shrink down.
Harry, did you cut your hair for a guy?
Not exactly. I hoped that a change might help me become more, I think for a bit, more outgoing, I guess. I'm tired of being alone.
You always seem so happy when you're reading by yourself.
I am, and I do need my personal reading time. But even when I need some human interaction, it's lonely. I'm lonely. I thought maybe if I cut my hair that I'd get noticed. Or that it would force me to be more outgoing since I can't hide behind it.
It's all about mindset. Cutting your hair won't change you. Change comes from within, not without. The fact that you want to change is a good start, but you need to force yourself out of your comfort zone. Yeah, if you want to meet someone, you need to start dating again. I know you had a bad experience, but we told you then that you shouldn't give up on it.
I didn't give up completely. I have gone out on quite a few dates since then.
Why didn't you tell us about them?
I didn't want you to make a big deal.
But it is a big deal.
Sayori.
Sayori? It is. How can we help if she doesn't tell us what's going on? Maybe Harry doesn't want our help. Have you thought of that? Oh, Harry, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I know you mean well, and maybe I should have mentioned them. It's just... I sigh. I've been forcing myself to go on dates from that app just to try and get comfortable with going out. I haven't had any real bad experiences, but no desire for a second date either. I'll make a left at the next light, Monika.
It's good you're trying to grow, Harry, but is it possible you're trying too hard? I think you just need to be yourself and...
Be myself? I've been myself for 23 years now. And what do I have to show for it? All alone with a dead-end job. I cover my face as I begin to cry. I feel Sarah's hand on my shoulder from the back seat.
You're not alone.
I want to throw off Sarah's hand and yell at her that she doesn't know what being alone is like. She has MC. She has Meredith. But I can't do that to such a dear friend. I know she means well and really is trying to help me. I also enjoy and need to be myself more frequently. If I'm being honest with myself, I'm really just jealous. Jealous of both her and Monika. Even Natsuki, I suppose. I'm jealous that they're all moving on with their lives while I'm stuck. All of them have grown in some way since high school. I, on the other hand, still live with my mother and have never been in a romantic relationship. I'm getting close to finishing my associate's degree, so that's something, I suppose. I pat Sayori's hand. You're right. I do have you as my friends. I just wish that was enough. Wait, where are we? We missed the turn. I'm sorry, I was too busy feeling sorry for myself to guide Monika.
Not a problem. I'll just circle the block at the next intersection to turn around.
So after a minor detour due to a one-way road, we finally reached Natsuki's apartment.
So which one is Natsuki's?
It's this one here. I go up and knock on the door.
Hello? Natsuki?
Amari looks down at her chest.
Yeah, but what do you think of my boob transplant?
I teasingly kick Amari in the leg.
Not again! It's good to see you too, Jerry. Even if I shouldn't say otherwise. Hey guys, love the new look, Yuri. That must be Meredith. Isn't she adorable?
Natsuki crouches down and holds out her hand to her. Meredith is still nervous around so many strange people and just holds tightly to Sayori's leg.
She's a bit shy around new people. Nah, I get it. I'm a complete stranger to her.
Natsuki's right, and I am a little bothered by the thought.
Anyways, it's good seeing all of you. Come on in.
We enter the apartment to the sweet smell of baking.
Did you make... You didn't think the Cupcake Queen could miss a chance to show off, did ya? You're the best. Yeah, I know. But I could only make 6, so each get 1. Signorine. Why are you all looking at me like that?
Do you really need to ask? One quick cupcake and a not so quick lesson on how to clean frosting off a young child later.
Okay, Monica, enough stalling. Tell us about him.
I was wondering when someone would notice. It's then that I finally realized Monica is wearing a ring. My fiancé proposed to me for Christmas.
You never mentioned having a boyfriend, much less getting engaged.
I wanted to tell everyone together in person and not chat, which meant waiting until we were all together and... As she briefly glances at me, Natsuki noticed before I had the chance to mention it.
Well, tell us all about him now.
Well, his name is Rikuo, and we met. I tune out the conversation. I feel extremely guilty. Monika has probably been dying to break the news of her engagement for months now. She was obviously planning on showing off her ring and telling us about the engagement once we arrived at Natsuki's. But my outburst in the car ruined that for her. I'm certain she didn't bring it up when we first arrived because she didn't want me to feel bad. I want to just hide behind a book, but I also don't want to waste this rare opportunity to be with my friends. I feel like I should say or do something. Maybe apologize to Monika. I don't know what though, so I just stay quiet.
So we're planning on having the wedding next summer after I complete my master's degree.
She will have earned a 6th-year degree in the same time I will have earned a 2-year degree. It's hard not to be jealous.
Speaking of which, how have you been doing with school, Yuri?
Me? I've been applying myself and getting good grades. It's slow going. With my income, I can only afford a couple classes per term. But I'm on track to complete my associates next year.
Congratulations! I'm proud of you, Yuri. Working full-time to pay your way through college must be really tough.
I smile. She's right. I may not have achieved much so far in my life, but I have been working hard to improve myself. Yeah, it is. I'm still a little jealous though.
No, that's not a toy!
Suri rushes over to collect Meredith before she pulls a lamp down on herself. Meredith begins crying. Suri pulls a small stuffed animal out of the diaper bag and offers it to her.
Do you want to play with Bunny?
Meredith takes the toy and throws it on the ground, running away from Suri, shrieking. She quickly falls and Suri picks her up.
Sorry about that. She just wants to play. You don't happen to have a backyard or something she can safely run around in here, do you?
There's a small playground not far from here.
Would you guys be okay if...
Not at all, let's go. Amari chose to stay behind while the rest of us went to the playground. On seeing the play structure, Meredith obviously wanted to play on it, even though it was too big for her.
Let's play on it together, okay?
Siri takes Meredith towards the slide. Natsuki goes with her while I sit down on a nearby bench. Siri helps Meredith to the top of the small slide and lets her slide down to where Natsuki catches her. I smile as I watch them laugh and have fun together. With one person at the top to let go and another at the bottom to catch, I'm not really needed. Out of habit, I begin to pull my book out of my purse when I notice Monika looking at me.
Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine. Monika sits down on the bench next to me.
I'm a little worried about you, Yuri. About what you said in the car.
I turn my head away.
I think it's great that you want to be more outgoing and engaged with people. I fully support that and would like to help you if I can. It's just...
She sighs.
If you try to do what everyone around you wants, it won't necessarily make you happy.
But I'm not happy with my life now. And I can't expect things to somehow magically become right for me. I have to take the initiative to change things if I want them to be better.
You're right, of course. You need to grow and progress in life. Everyone does. It's just... Try not to lose yourself, okay?
I'm not certain what Monika is trying to say to me. I look at her. How do you do it? How do you become popular? I could never figure it out watching you in high school.
I wish I had an answer for you. I know you don't want me to tell you to just be yourself again, but...
She looks towards where Natsuki and Sayori are playing with Meredith.
Look at Sayori over there. Think of how she's changed since high school. She's much more responsible now, a lot less clumsy and goofy. She has to be now that she's a wife and mother. But deep down, I think she's still the same girl that tries to make those around her happy as a way to fight her own sadness.
I think a bit about what Monika said. I should change myself without changing myself. I look at her and it suddenly occurs to me. Monika, are you okay?
I'm worried that with everything I've accomplished that...
Monika doesn't say anything for a minute.
I haven't read a book just for fun, much less written anything in years. I'm not saying I never have fun.
She looks down at her engagement ring and smiles.
Obviously. But my love of literature was such a big part of me that I started my own club in order to share it with others. Now, it isn't.
I try to imagine that, and the idea is so alien. Despite how busy my life is, I still frequently read whenever I can, mostly on my work breaks, and I even write the occasional story or poem from time to time. Change, grow, and progress, but not at the cost of what you have. I think that's what Monika is trying to tell me. I put my arm around her and give her a little hug. She smiles and returns the hug. I guess life can be difficult for anyone to figure out, even the Monikas of the world.
August, year 7. I feel like I have an easier time telling how much time has passed just by, like, if it told me what age year he is that year. Because now I have to, like, mentally add 7 to 18 each time. Or, like, something like that, you know? Yeah, whatever.
And that is why I would be such a good addition to your company's team.
Very good. We'll hold on to your resume and consider your application. We'll contact you if we choose to hire you for the position.
I stand up and shake his hand. Thank you very much. I look forward to hearing back from you.
Oh, you won't hear back. If they don't take you, you won't hear back.
Dang, another vacation day wasted on another pointless job interview. I've gone through enough of them now to know that the phrase, we'll contact you, really means we're not going to hire you.
Yeah, you figured it out.
Now that I have my associate's degree, I'm qualified for better jobs than the one I have at the bookstore. But with how the current job market is, not many companies are hiring. And those that are all want a couple of years of experience, which I don't have.
Should have done an internship.
I have tried padding my resume a bit. Showing new employees the ropes at the bookstore counts as being a trainer, right? It hasn't been enough, obviously. I am a little frustrated that all of my hard work at school has been for nothing so far. It's only been a couple of months, though. I just need to keep looking and applying. Eventually, I will find a better job that will let me move out on my own. I check my phone but have no messages. I have another job interview today.
Hope it goes well. Yeah, good luck.
Thanks. Just finished job interview. Don't think I'm getting it, though. I am not surprised by the lack of immediate response by the others. Even under normal circumstances, we are all busy. And with Monika on her honeymoon right now, there has been even less conversation than usual recently. I have been trying to maintain better contact with my friends, so I have been messaging them even when I know I won't get a reply for some time. I start walking home. I haven't gone far when I spot a knife sitting on a display behind the window of a store I'm passing. I stop to look at it. It has a beautiful yellow handle with a butterfly motif etched into it. I'm tempted to purchase it. I haven't added to my knife collection in quite some time. While I could afford it, it's a bit expensive and I feel that I should continue to save my money. When I get a job good enough to let me move out, I will need a deposit for an apartment. Or if I continue having trouble finding a job, I may go back to school to get my bachelor's degree and need to pay for classes again. Either way, now is not a good time to be making purchases like that, and I leave without even entering the store. I wish I had been able to attend Monika's wedding. She and Rico decided to have it near where her parents live instead of here. Fortunately, they did stream it online, so I was able to watch it. Siri MC and I all watched it together on his laptop. We wanted Natsuki to be with us, but with the distance it wasn't practical. I was a little surprised by Monika's choice of a sleeveless white dress, but she looked amazing in it. I hear my phone chirp, alerting me to a message. Checking it, I'm surprised to see it's from Monika on the group chat.
Just got back from my firing range. Wasn't certain when Enrico suggested it. But it was so much fun. Check it out.
Uh-huh.
Were you driving a tank?
Enrico drove the tank. I rode in the turret. I got to fire the machine gun at a target, though.
Sounds amazing. It really does. I didn't know there were places you could do stuff like that.
It was. Sorry about the job, Yuri. Better luck next time. Gotta go.
Have fun.
We will.
I blush a little at Monica's innuendo. I put my phone away and take my book out of my purse. I used to worry a bit that people find it weird that I read while walking. However, with my busy schedule, I have learned that if I want to read, I need to do it wherever or whenever I can. Focusing on a book while paying just enough attention around me to avoid bumping into things is a skill I have long since mastered. On arriving home, I realized that I only have 2 pages left on the current chapter I'm reading. I sit down on my bed to finish the chapter, so I'll be at a good stopping point. I skipped a line by accident. I set my book down next to me. I hadn't meant to read all of it like that, but the story was so interesting I kept telling myself just one more chapter every time I reached the end of one. Even still, I want to read the sequel and see what happens next. The book ended on a real cliffhanger. It's making it seem like the protagonist I've been following has secretly been the villain the whole time. But even though he opened up potentially world-destroying dark portal at the end, I think it's a red herring. He opened it for some other reason. I believe the protagonist's helpful friend will turn out to be the true big bad. He's been just a bit too helpful and friendly. Unfortunately, the next book isn't out yet, and it'll probably be at least a couple of years before the author finishes it. I take off the business dress I wore for the interview and put on a pair of jeans and a t-shirt. I look at my computer. I know I should start checking the employment websites again to see if anything new has come up today. Instead, I pull up the dating app on my phone and begin looking through profiles. No, that has to be a prank. I finally see a profile that doesn't look too bad. I stop and consider it. I force myself to go out with someone once a month. I do it mostly to help me get over my social anxiety than out of any real exploitation of finding someone I want to start a relationship with, though. Most of the dates I go on have been nice and casual. Frequently meeting at a cafe for tea or coffee, sometimes dinner. I rarely have any interest in going out with them again. The few times I wouldn't have minded a second date, they didn't contact me back. I've never spent the night with any of them. Elsie once joked that she should hire me a gigolo for my birthday when it came up during a phone conversation. Hilary's humor is rubbing off on her. Although I knew it was a joke, I still got really mad at her. I know I don't want a one-night stand. I sigh as I close the app without accepting or denying the profile I was looking at. I don't want to deal with dating either right now. I look at the pen and papers on my desk. It's been a while since I've written. Looking through my folders, I see where I left off on my novel, The Age of Lavender, that I've occasionally been working on since high school. Even after all these years, it still reads too much like the fanfiction it started out as. But the act of writing and exploring the worlds that come out from it is a pleasure in and of itself for me. However, I don't feel like working on The Age of Lavender today. I want to write something new. I sit at my desk, pen in hand. Typing things out on the computer would be more practical. But having gotten used to writing poems with a pen in the literature club, I find using one helps me be creative. Unfortunately, today it isn't working as nothing comes to me. I get frustrated with myself. It seems like I always have ideas of things to write while I'm working and don't have time to write them down. Now that I do have time, nothing is coming to me. I come to the conclusion that I'm trying too hard and need to clear my mind. I collect my pen, my folder and leave the house.